ones that don't know me, and before I start with the video, I would like you to invite you to click on the links that are in the description of it, and these are my publications that are already on Amazon, so click on there and you're gonna find them. So the video of today is just to check if your friend maybe is narcissistic. And before I start, with this topic, we need to understand first what is narcissism. And we have a lot of information out there, and I'm pretty sure most of you have already, heard about this word and have already watched thousands of videos related to it. So according to Dr. Ramani, which I think she's really great, and I'm gonna paraphrasing here, of course, is that this person have a lot of a very inflated self-esteem, and they suffer this grandiosity. And these kind of people tend to not have, empathy towards others because they are the center of attention. They are supposed to be the one who are the most important person in the room. And taking this into account, how is this reflected in your friendship relationship? So the first sign that you're basically going to be seeing here is that you used to feel like really great after you hang out with them, but now you feel drained. And why is this actually happen? Because at first, as any relationship they have, they are going to shower you with love, attention, and everything so they can create rapport with you. And maybe that's also love bombing. That's another kind of manipulation. But later they are going to demand attention to them, and you're going to feel like you always need to maybe please them, and you need to always take care of them and be available on whenever they wish it, and so and so. And this makes you feel like, oh my god, it's so exhausting to be with this person. However, maybe you don't say it out loud, but you just feel it. And another sign is that you're going to be feeling a lot of anxiety before having an encounter with them. So this is something that you shouldn't be ignoring, but more like paying attention to this, okay? So the second sign that you can actually check if perhaps your friend is narcissistic is that they know best. And they are very controlling at the fact that they are going to be giving you a lot of advices, which is not bad. But when you see that your friend is 100% controlling your decisions, your taste, and they are not open to your suggestions, they are not open to how you feel or what you want, this is something to also, pay attention, especially because when we have a relationship, it's really important to always listen to the other person and be open to, their suggestions, be open to which are their tastes, and respect the other person's decisions as well. But if you always want to control what they do, it is something we need to really watch out. And when it comes to a friendship with a narcissistic, this may be happening. And the other sign that I would like to address is that they are going to start bad mouthing, your common friends, and especially when you are together. You realize this, common behavior that they have every time that you're sharing with them. They start gossiping about, your common friends and maybe other people. And that doesn't mean that, gossiping is a bad thing, because who haven't done it? I even done it myself. But it's not part of my trade where I'm going to be bad-mouthing people I actually having a friendship with. And if you see that this is really common on this person, be careful, because that means that when you're not in the room, they're going to be talking about you. So this narcissistic friendship or friend, they are the one who loves to demand loyalty from others, but they are not the one who are loyal to others. So be careful about it, and then you don't be surprised. And the last one that I would like to address is that they used to build up your self-esteem, and now it's chiseled away. And why is that? It was really related to the first one, where they showered you with love and all of this attention. They started saying these great things about you as you were as a person, but then these started disappearing by them having gestures of making fun of you, mocking you, or making you feel insecure about your taste your interest and all of this stuff. And you know, this happens really organically when you're having a relationship with somebody who's narcissistic. They, in a way that you don't realize, they start destroying your self-esteem. So that's why after maybe 1 year or 2 years, you're not. So basically, like I was addressing, when you spend a lot of time with somebody who's very narcissistic, this is something that progressively it's going to be hurting your self-esteem, and you're not going to be aware of the hurt that they have caused. And sometimes this can be like really heartbreaking for, you know, many of the relatives that are seeing the damage that this is causing. And the friendship is not actually very disconnected from this. And this is also something that you need to watch out. Of course, there are many signs where you can determine if your friend is actually narcissistic, but you know deep down that what's going on, it's not something really good. So I'm going to leave a link in the comment where you can have access to a test to check if perhaps the friendship is beneficial for you or not, so you can make a decision. So it is not always you know, a matter of blaming on the other person and say, yes, this person is the bad one. But what about taking action towards that and being away from this person or situation that is not healthy for you? Or even seeking for help, you know, professional help when it comes to identifying which are these patterns that make you stick in a relationship that is not good for you. Even when this is a friendship, this is something that is very harmful, especially when you don't realize that you can also be the problem by always choosing this type of people being around you. So it is really important to recognize that and take actions toward changing this situation in order for you to improve your life. So if you like the video, and the most important part, it was useful for you, I would like you to subscribe into my channel and give me a thumb up, and if you like it, to share the video. And as I always say, I do this with all of my love, and see you the next time. Bye bye.